Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith in the Black with the Strat Time Report. Let's take a look here. And we've got the heat still on. So SPY opens up and tries to take out yesterday's highs. Couldn't do it right on the opening, right? Everything's rosy again, like, nah. And so you can see this here, the lower high than that. And so if you go to your 60 minute, you're going to see this right out the chute. Two up, two down, down she goes, and still puking. Red on the month, red on the week. So still having all sorts of problems. Two down to continue yesterday's two down on the week. But this is all you got to wait for. Wait for that opening 60. Boom, down she goes. If you go to QQQ, same deal. Goes up. And still an inside day. Hasn't taken out the lows yet, but now you got an inside 60. So what we're looking for here right now is we got a new 60. Down, inside, measured move. Take this stuff out. We'll see how that goes. Right now, once again, we say the new 60 matters. And you can see here, as soon as I get on the headset, boom, down she goes. So I'm looking for these cues to take this out. These lows are 296.92, right? And we know now that we are below last year's lows. So everybody who bought Qs last year and this year is underwater. So that's something you'd want to know about. Apple going to the lows as I speak right now. It's something you always want to know about. If we go to the diamonds, it's always nice when they all line up. Two up, took these guys out, and then boom, 2-2 reversal, two up, two down, gives you the outside day for the diamonds. Rev Strat month are 1, 2 up, 2 down, takes all these guys out, right? So things are really happening on the downside. Still, small cappers, once again on the 60, 2 up, 2 down. Down they go, all right? So they're Momo shoot on the week. So everything working on the downside right now. Those Qs are getting a little closer to taking that out, so we'll see how that goes. So the upside is a little limited here, but we did have NVAX do this, gap down and come back, all right? And so you can see here on the 60, again, the other way. So you can grab all those futures, two up, two down, but NVAX goes two down, two up on the 60 here. Over 47.70, trading 51.43, not bad. And if you go down to a 30, here you got there just a little bit more on that. So we'll see how's the 15er looking. There you go. There's your inside 15 to trigger all that kind of stuff there too, and another inside 15 for your ad, and another inside 15 for your ad. Now stops them out a little bit by going lower, but now you can go 2, 2, 2 on the 15er. We'll see how that closes out. The upside's a little limited here, as right now they're tanking again. APPN came out ripping and now just kind of stalls out, as we can expect here. Now potentially inside on the 60, unless it can go hammer counter shooter and take this out. But taking some heat, and see like most of these things that have been upside, they were just right out the chute. Boom, and you can see this 2, 1, 2 reversal on the daily, right? And it gives you a 2 up on the week, and the question is going to be strong enough to come up into here. We'll have to see how this consolidation plays out there. IRTC. And IRTC inside on the 60 right now, but 2-2 on a Tuesday on the daily. Stop them out by going into lows, 2 down, 2 up, and potential 3-3 on the week. But right now these features still a little heavy to get any of these things done. So we'll see. Inside 60, see if we can take this out in the next hour, 130.29. If we go to AUPH, and AUPH mother bar issues once again. Came flying out the chute, but that was it so far. But 2 down, 2 up, 2-2 on a Tuesday, and we'll see how that goes. Slight lower low on those weekly down into here, so it's got some more room up in here if we can get this thing going, but stuck in there. Flavor Flav, IFF. Okay, Q's still holding on here. Once again, everything right off the chute and then stuck, so be careful on that one. If we go to CARA, and a little better, you can see this 2-2 on a Tuesday kicking variation, which means It was like 80%, 90% red, and then boom, you open and take this out back to the previous range. So you already stopped out all this stuff here to give you the outside week. Then you had your inside 60 and pokes up a little bit. Mild potential another inside 60. Like I said, follow through on the upside. A lot of this stuff going to be challenging. If we go to ITCI, and once again, straight up on the opening and then stuck in the middle. Did go 2 down, 2 up on a Tuesday, but follow through hard to come by so far. Market trying to firm up just a tad here, so we'll see. Then little guy Prax. So it's very fragmented on the upside once again. Nice push through here, and you can see where it hits exhaustion. What I mean by that is you can see the broadening formation, the lower lows and the higher highs, and then it just dies there. So, we'll see what comes out of that. On the downside, it's like disasters du jour, UPST. And UPST now inside on the 60. We'll see either way of that. Obviously, a big dumper on that one. AMC for the apes. And that was nice here. 2 up, 2 down on the 60. And down she goes, right? And what that does is that triggers this inside month to the downside, the 312. So AMC in trouble here. If we go to W, and W inside day to the downside, just more of the tech wreck or whatever you want to call it that's going on. Market is firming up here though, so Q's still inside on the 60. So if they're gonna support or hold anything, hold that inside day. This inside 60 is still going to be real key here for them. If we go to MongoDB, and now inside on the 60, but like you can see, what's nice is like when you hear me talk about simultaneous breaks, almost everything went 2 up, 2 down off the 60, right? Outside of those longs I just showed you that went blasting right out the chute, pretty much everything tried to make a move on the opening, and then went 2-2 reversal and down. So we'll see what more comes of that. If we go to Pega, and Pega now starting to come back here, so just like the opposite of those other things, got slammed and now coming back, but we'll see if that sets up for another 2-2 reversal to the downside later this afternoon. You got Beyond the Meats still puking off this inside weak shooter, and once again 2 up, 2 down, and boom, down she went. Still puking here, just some exhaustion risk, so we'll see what more comes of that. You got some of these REITs having some problems here. EQIX. And EQIX having some issues here. And boo, rough week. And here you go, triangle layout, dump. And on the monthly, 2 up by taking out the highs, 2 down, 2-2 reversal. Boom, having some problems now, trying to firm up a little bit. DLR having some issues here too. DLR, and there you go. There's your Rev Strat month. Inside, poke up, down, right? And down she goes. If we go to the towers, having some issues here too. American Tower, AMT, Rev Strat month. Inside month, pokes up, boom, 1, 2, 2, and down she goes. And that tells you to keep an eye on CCI. 2-2 reversal month, and SBAC. Two reversal month. There's your towers having some issues over there. Also having some retail. XRT having some issues here. Remember last month was inside month and down. It's still puking, right? Having a tough time here. Once again, it went 2 up, 2 down, right off the 60, and you got stuff like Burlington. And Burlington getting closer to the inside month to the downside. Just had a rough opening here. So we'll see what more comes of that. Like I said, it's still trying to come through all this because you got Ross Stores here going 2 up, 2 down on the month. All right, 2-2 reversal. Having a tough time ever since that 2-2 reversal week here. TJ Maxx. 2 up by taking out the highs. 2-2 reversal on the month, coming down. TJ Maxx having problems as well. If we go to Capital One, and Capital One, inside weak to the downside here, and still rolling, having some problems here too. Had your higher high, your inside day, and now down. Taking out these lows, so you got some exhaustion risk, but you are inside weak and down. American Express also coming down here. Some financials having some issues there too. American Express, another one of those inside months to the downside, because we know there's a lot of inside months to the downside. You got Coop here, inside month to the downside. You got D-Dog. You got TTD. And, the big boy is what we're really watching. If they really want to break these things, you got Apple is an inside month to the downside. Still holding fairly well right now, but, still red from the opening, and that's always challenging. Market's still staying firm here with the QQQ. What you can always do is scan to and say, okay, well, if I'm going to go after anything, who's taking out yesterday's highs? And there's not going to be a lot of it, but we'll take a look. On your daily, and see who's on the move yesterday's highs. And you can see there's a lot of gap up and coming back in, right? That's not good. So it's a bunch of nobodies, and that happened like I just showed you. But when you look at this, you can see who took out yesterday's highs and who's doing anything. ITCI, we can take a look at that, but look at just like 11 cents, 36 cents, 19 cents, not really moving very much. Or the ones that I showed you moved right on the opening, and that's it. Let's take a look at ITCI. I think we looked at that. ITCI, yeah, is stock, right? Straight up early move. And then on the downside, if you want to make sure that you have those signals, you go inside and down on the week. And talked about these last night in the video, because we know we got Teslas, Qualcomms. These are all inside down on the week. Just want to see if they're actually moving. And that's why having a good scan is important. Tells you what's going on. So it's a little grindy to the downside, but you can see Teslas right there. Teslas tried to run it, and here we go. So Tesla. Inside weak to the downside, tried to run it, then 2-2 reversal to the downside, now inside 60 like a lot of things. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this inside 60 in the Qs to see if the Qs stay inside day, and we'll go from there. Now that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith. This is Mr. Black. Strat Time Report.